Hello and welcome to our first round of Season 1 of the fantastic Dragon Racing League. We are underway here in a little bit of a foggy time. Slowly getting our way kind of around everything here as we make our way through the first outlaps of everybody getting started. We will quickly throw up our fantastic looking calendar for the new year as we get underway here. Well, oh, there it was. There we go. All right. Now that got that sorted so my mic isn't constantly popping up. So we will quickly bring up our calendar for the year. So we will be starting off around Bahrain, followed it up by Jeddah next week. Then we head to Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. As you can see in the backs, a CPL Jinx has set the fastest lap with a 1:28.554. Then we head to Baku, Miami, Imola, Monaco, Barcelona, Montreal, Spielberg, or Red Bull Ring, Silverstone, Hungaroring, Spa, Zandvoort, Monza, Singapore, Suzuka, Losail, Austin, Mexico, Interlagos, down to Vegas, and then Yas Marina to finish it off. So we will have a full 23 race schedule for this season, which I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about. I think it'll be a lot of fun. As we are now getting everybody sort of underway here, so we do still have CPI Jinx on the top of the leaderboard, followed very closely by the Alpine of Johnny Damon. We then do have a Gasboy in third in the Ferrari, Slayerized in the McLaren in fourth, Glowstick in fifth in the Haas, Strozzi in the other Ferrari there in sixth, Osmanian Devil in seventh. We do have the Michael Dissent in 8th, Cynical in the Williams in 9th, Colin in the Red Bull in 10th, Racer X in the Aston Martin in 11th, Hayden Rogers in currently 13th. As we drive around in the other Haas, Ray Ray in the Alfa Romeo, Cam Tizzle in the McLaren, Wolfsburg Tuner and Electric Blade both in the Alfa Tauri, and then Beamer Blunt in the Red Bull. So we'll actually bring that up and do... So quickly show everybody's tires. We'll show our telemetry. Actually, we will not, because I have a better thing for that. And we'll throw up the full map as well. We will be at some point bringing this out. Let's find someone on the track and see how well this turns out. If she wants to go. Probably won't, because... Oh, there we go. So we do have, specifically for this race, a HUD. Now I just need people's stuff to be open, because it does not seem to want to be taking it in. Rather unfortunately. Well, bummer. That gonna work? No. Okay. Well, that just doesn't want to work for us today. We'll have to do some figuring out on that one. So we are on with Beamer Bluntus. He has just finished his first flying lap, so he will have himself in P13 as he's going to come in, get some fresh softs on there. As you can see, Cam Tizzle here, he is almost on his way through his next hot lap here. Oh, it looks like he is actually going to slide into the pits again. Something not feeling right. But we do have a few outlaps. Gasboy taking the most of his outlap as he is traveling all over the place. And the Johnny Damon currently in P3 with King C. having jumped him for P2. As he makes his way around that everyone's favorite hairpin. Eight before 9, 10, and 11. Getting some heat into those tires. Alright, as we are on a 130 as he makes his way through turn 4. As he does now drop down into, the 129.5. That gets him up into P2, Johnny Damon. As we hop in with Gas Boys, he has just started his, just wrapped up his first flying lap. No, he is going to be mostly out, so he has finished his. Ooh, didn't mean to hit the button. And we have King C. trying to make his way through here. So he is going to be on his flying lap. I am unsure why it is so foggy. That is not common. Tizzle also working on his his next flying lap here, as he goes very wide. I'm pretty sure that somehow did not. So we hop on board with him to go for a wee drive. Let's see where Cam Tizzle can get himself up to as he comes across the line and gets into P6. We do have 5.5 minutes left of the Q1 or short qualifying, as that is what we are going to be doing before heading into a 50% race. Cynical going very deep. Not sure what happened there, but that does not look like how he wanted to go, as Hayden Rogers is now in P4. He is going to be on, I was going to say his flying lap, but based on him immediately stopping, I'm going to go with probably not. As Slayer is now here trying to get his tires all nice and warm as he makes his way through for his out lap. We'll stick with Slayer as, and then we'll take a quick minute to get some last second things kind of set up and working hopefully correctly. As Slayerized unfortunately sticks in that P9 area. Alright, so I'm going to be right back, but we'll take a quick second here. Alright, there we go. We got everything sort of hopefully figured out now. As we have all 18 cars on track there. We're going to see if I can get this functional again, because that would be fantastic if I'm able to get that going. Let's see how. Oh, look at that. It works. Just what I was hoping for. As we do have a yellow flag in Sector 1 and Sector 3 and all over the place. As people are slowing down, trying to get out of the way of everybody else. As we are with Slayer as he is heading into the pit lane. Alright, and Slayer has retired from the session, so that is going to send him in at best P10 for the day. As we do have Jinx coming through, he is going to be on his final flying lap. There's 12 seconds left, track is clear. He's got a nice little gap ahead of him here as well. As we can see, the final grouping of people starting to all finishing up here, as we have Ray now having finished as well. As he sets a purple sector 3, he has a purple sector 1 as well, and he's going to be hoping for a purple sector, sorry, it's a purple sector 2. He is going to be hoping for a purple sector 3 as he makes his way on through to the line, and that is going to be the top time on those soft tires. As that is a fantastic lap out of him, a 1:28.225, or 2:23, sorry. As that will be some of the last guys to make it on through. I believe that is everybody as well, so this will be your final standings for the qualifying here, the short qualifying we have. Alright, so as you can see here, we will be starting the grid with Jinx in first, King C-Dot in second, Hayden Rogers in third, the Johnny Damon fourth, Racer X in fifth, Gasboy in sixth, Cynical in seventh, Cam Tizzle in eighth, Glowstick in ninth, Beamer Blunt 10th, Slayerized in 11th, Ray in 12th, Electric Blade 13th, Colin in 14th, Strotzy 15th, Osmanian Devil in 16th, Michael in 17th, Wolfsburg Tuner in 18th. And that will be our starting grid as we get ready for our first race around the Bahrain circuit. And everybody will have about, I think they usually have about 30 seconds to get everything organized. Once again, once they start going, to get their tire strategy all organized. And while they do that, we will quickly bring up that logo again, as we get a couple of things figured out in the background here. And we're just wrapping up the final little bit as everybody is going to be getting their tire strategy hopefully organized. So they're not too stressed out or on the ball, or I guess, well, we'll also have to just see basically how it ends up going with, all the very entertaining, very fun possibility of safety cars. That never happened last year. Thankfully, it was very clean racing. It was a lot of fun, as we do have actually a lot of Canadians, and obviously the Canadians are always going to win as we make our way quickly here to the first set of laps. Be very interesting with the increased handling ability on F123 as to how everything will go, but hopefully it all ends very, very well. As there we are going to be heading out for our formation lap here. Everybody going to be weaving all over the place, warming up our tires. Alright, and for the most part, it looks like a lot of people started on mediums and hards. I believe it's Hayden, who's currently in P3, who is going to be rocking the softs to start this race. Everybody else will have that medium-hard combination, so that'll be interesting to watch. As you can see, possible race strategies are soft medium-medium or medium-hard. Unlike last year's iteration of this game, though, you can get away with actually driving on the hard tires in this one, and it won't feel terrible. As we make our way down to the starting line here, I seriously have no idea why there is so much fog. And if anybody does end up disqualifying themselves, they do lose all heat that they did put into those tires. As we await last groups to finally get themselves in, as it looks like Colin does get himself disqualified, as does Ray Ray, so they will lose all heat into those tires. All right. As the lights are on. All 5. The lights are out and off we go. As it looks like Jinx is going to get himself out very quickly. Hayden trying to make a move kind of on the inside there with King C-Dot also on the inside. We have a couple of guys going way inside as we go 3 wide as there is contact back, and that is going to cause problems as we do have a massive pile up now. As Hayden does get himself stuck in that, that is going to drop him down. As there is still people dropping. As it looks like all heck broke loose as that all sort of went away. As we have another guy going around here. As it does look like the Alpha Towery of Electric Blade is going to get himself his first warning. We have a few warnings coming out now. We have Gas Boy. We've got... where is the other? We have Strotzi. We've got... everybody. Electric Blade. Half the field's got, unfortunately, warnings here. As we are now back underway. And we can see Jinx himself has gotten a flyer of a start. He is already 3 seconds up on P2 after that kind of crash at the very beginning. That causing, obviously, a whole whack of problems for everybody behind him. As we can see Gas Boy, Racer X, and Glow Stick all being chased down by Slayer Eyes before there's a little bit of a gap to Stratzy. Beamer Blunt being right on his tail, though he is starting to fall back a little bit as they come down the front stretch here. As you can see, Beamer Blunt making a move, him getting past Stratzy. As King C-Dot also getting past Hayden Rogers. Hayden is into the pits, I am assuming, with some damage there. As we do have a couple into the pits. We have, looks like about 4 or 5 drivers now all in the pits. As they all are going to be snagging some new front wings. As it looks like, yeah, a few damaged front wings, but other than that, some people still going. We do have a little bit of damage on, it looks like, driver number 93, and I believe that is Electric Blade. As we watch Slayer Eyes unfortunately take a little bit of a spin in Sector 2, bringing out a yellow flag. Oh, as another one goes by, and that is going to be a complete safety car. As right as we were seeing Slayer Eyes spin himself out, Osmanian Devil also spins out, crashes into the wall, knocks off his front tire, and that is going to send us into a safety car. Lap 2, already a safety car. Off to a great start. Sorry, had to sneeze. As it looks like a 1:34.925 is going to be currently the fastest lap out of Jinx. As we do have a whole whack of people going to be very happy with that early safety car, as it is going to allow them to get back up nice and close and kind of close the field. I know Jinx is rather going to be unhappy about it, as that is going to have caused him to have to slow right back down and give up all the time he had earned. And we will quickly show everybody whose tires are whose, where, and lap data. So, rather unfortunate, as we do have few people who are going to still have to come in, I believe. Get some new parts. But it does look like that is the day for the Osmanian Devil. Ooh, a little bit of an incident coming out of turn 1 there for the Alpha Towery. I believe that is, yeah, Wolfsburg Tuner. He has a little bit of an incident trying to get out of that corner. Because now everybody's going to be trying to heat up everything again. As we are still under safety car here. Probably have a couple more laps of this, as we do have a couple of drivers down at the back that are going to be trying to catch up. as I believe this should be hopefully the last lap here under safety car. So to quickly go over everything for everybody so we all know where we're at, we have Gasboy with a single warning so far. We do have, excuse me, looks like, yeah, Gasboy, Stratzy, Electric Blade also has a warning, as does Cam Tizzle, Hayden Rogers, and then we have Ray Ray, and Colin, and the Johnny Damon has 2. Everybody has 1. No other penalties though, and we are on a good mix of medium and hard tires now. Obviously, very, very new tires for most people. I think they're only a couple laps old. Alright, we should be getting the notification about whether or not there it is. So safety car will be in this lap and we will be back underway, under racing, under the beautiful lights of Bahrain. As we make our way back up to the front here, as we can see, Jinx has now started to back off of the safety car as he will become the proverbial safety car, if you will. Him still holding on to the fastest lap with a 1:34. It's like a 1:34.952 there. As we do make our way down to the straight, and we are back green. As Jinx now this time, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending who you are, he does not get quite as much of a lead as he is not having to deal with a giant crash, but it does look like something. We have a little bit of a yellow flag, a couple of warnings going out. But we are, for the most part, very clean. Ooh, almost a little bit of an incident there between Gasboy and Racer X, but they do make it through cleanly. We do get a issue down. Looks like Stratzy having himself a little bit of a time trying to get out of turn 4. But the track is clear. No one has too much damage, and everybody is underway once again. Looks like, I believe, Hayden is going to have himself a little bit of front wing damage there. Yet you can see that end plate missing on the left hand side as whoa, we do have the Johnny Damon doing donuts unnecessarily, it looks like, but he is also able to continue his way under. And quickly hop back up as Gasboy is trying to hunt down Racer X as they make their way through into the sort of more or less back straight here before heading into the final 2 corners. As Jinx does set himself the fastest lap with a 1:32.839. DRS still has not been activated, and that will be largely due to having that safety car so early on. As it looks like Hayden Rogers has gone into the pits once again to get that front wing fixed. As it looks like Electric Blade has made a move up on the inside going out of turn 4. Beautifully done to get himself all the way up and ahead of Beamer Blunt, who now he does have to worry about, is Beamer Blunt looking like he might actually get passed by King C-Dot as they make their way through the hairpin. Tight little spot as he does get a little bit of a fishtail there as his back end does swing out just a bit. As we are going to be looking to sort of get everything a little bit more... safe seems like the wrong word, but a little more under control. As we do have some gaps starting to form and a couple of not necessarily trains, but we do have King C Dot. He is right up on the back of Electric Blade as they make their way through onto this final straightaway before the front stretch here, as he is going to be dumping that battery, trying to get himself a little bit of space as they make their way through the final 2 turns, as Jinx once again setting fastest lap, so with 1:32.613. No DRS still activated, so we are going to just have to hope for battery power at this point if you're trying to make a push, as he does make a move to the inside. Is he going to? No, he tucks right back in to make that corner. Did take a quick little look, see what was going on, but decided against it, as we do have Gasboy right up on Racer X as they make their way through this into turn 4 there. So unfortunately, you don't think he's going to get past. This is a very interesting sequence. It's hard to pass in here. And then they make their way into turns 10, 8, 9, or 9, 10, and 11. As we can see here, Gasboy trying to make a move on Racer X, heading into turns 14, 15 here. Just unable to get there. As we take a look, Electric Blade still trying to stay in touch, as DRS should be getting activated fairly shortly. Oh, there, yeah, it is activated. I was apparently not paying attention very well. As we can see, DRS being open as they make their way through the front straight, allowing Electric Blade to slowly start to try and reel him in. Electric Blade here, he is driving with a little bit of damage to that front wing. Walking the Max Verstappen-esque helmet there. I believe that's the Miami one. As he is trying to track down Electric Blade from up ahead of him here. We do have Cynical right up on Cam Tizzle, as he is going to try and make a move, hopefully using that DRS, as it does look like we have an incident, and that's going to bring out a full safety car, as it looks like Strozzi has himself a little bit of a moment. Let's see if we can catch it up with Hayden here as he goes on by. No, it looks like that is it, but it does look like we had some damage too, and it looks like coming out of, I believe that's turn 8 there. Now, turn 8, it looks like he had a little bit of an incident, caught the wall, lost a front, looks like a front right tire, ended up being what the problem was. And that will allow some people to come in, as we can see Gasboy here, as Jinx has already come in as well. We were looking for a pit window around lap 14 to 19. However, if you're going to get a free one, why not take it? Worst case scenario, as Beamer Blunt gets an unfortunate penalty, as that's going to give him 5 seconds. Looks like Hayden, I think, is, or Glowstick stayed out. A few guys have stayed out as well. It's all going to come down to who decides to do what, where, when, and why. Yeah, Beamer getting himself a penalty there, unfortunately. We'll hop on with RDR Glowstick, who is our current leader Although he will need to pit. I believe he is on 8-lap-old hard, so he will have some time. Obviously, with the hard tires, you can push him much further to go. Hayden is going to love that, as that will allow him to sort of reel up everybody. Ooh, I am not sure what's happening with Glowstick here, but he is having some issues. As Glowstick, yeah, as I'm gonna say, I think he was having some problems there. As we now have 20 laps left on this one. And Glowstick has joined back in. And we are all bunched back up together, so there's a good chance this will be safety car in, hopefully, and get back underway. Lap 10 here. There it is, safety car in this lap. And Glowstick has taken off, though it looks like he got a very poor jump, or very expected jump, as Cam Tizzle is going to fly right by him here. As that's a little bit of a sketchy time, as you can see Glowstick kind of clicking around and stuff, so as we get a little bit of lockup from Cam Tizzle, though he is able to make it through. We do have a few people goes a little wide. The Johnny Damon having a little bit of trouble there, as he is able to keep it going. He's looking like he's having some trouble with that, but he is able to continue on. Or Ray, sorry, as he does have Racer X looking like he's trying to take advantage of it, as Wolfsburg Tuner gets passed by about 4 people all at once. Very odd corner for everyone to go by, as it looks like I think that is Ray having himself a little bit of an incident as he's trying to get going here. Has a little trouble coming out of turn 8. And then he goes around turn 10. A little bit of a problem there, but it does look like driver 93. I believe that's Wolfsburg getting himself another warning as well. As you can see, Racer X and Beamer or Electric Blade both fighting it out here, as they make their way into turn 13. Down the straightaway. Large gap having opened, and we can see, holy cow. Glowstick having some issues connection-wise here, as Cynical looking to try and fly by him. As we do have a few guys all heading into the pits, there looks to be a lot of front wing damage, unfortunately. As we're going to have Ray Slayerized and Racer X all heading on in. Gonna close that. Hopefully that clears this up a little bit. As it looks like, oh, a little bit of an incident there, and that's going to send Cynical around. Johnny Damon and Cynical coming together. Not really sure what happened, but definitely not the way we want it to go. As he is going to hop back on, and Cynical has retired. Fair enough, I guess. As you can see, Jinx having set the fastest lap with a 1:31.761. So that, I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a safety car here, as we are... looks like, nope, that will not bring out the safety car, and we will continue on here as we are on lap 13 of 29. As we can see, Jinx having opened up a almost 5-second lead to Cam Tizzle, who is now also a 2.5 seconds up on Glowstick here. The Johnny Damon really trying to track down Glowstick here as he is making his way. A little bit of a gap behind them, as looks like we have also lost someone else. Beamer Blunt trying to make a move here. As Colin getting passed by a few people, as Hayden Rogers trying to work his way back up the field as he makes a great move past a couple of drivers there to get into the front of this little train. With Johnny Damon trying to track down Glowstick still here, as he is going to more than likely try and make a move with some DRS, as it looks like Glowstick almost gets a little out of sorts there. He'll stay on board as he quickly goes ripping up beside him, gets ahead of him, and is able to take third place there before they make their way into turn 1. As we do have Gasboy. Oh no, another incident caused coming out of turn 1 with some spinning. That is not what you want, as Beamer Blunt is able to make his way on through. A few drivers all making their way through. Ooh, a little bit of an instant coming out of turn 8 there, but he is able to hold it as he was trying to make a move to try and catch up to Beamer Blunt, but unfortunately just... as we have this little train sort of headed up by Hayden Rogers here as he's making his way down turn 11 there. And then up into turn 12 as he's got the Alfa Romeo of Electric Blade right behind him, or sorry, Alpha Tauri, not the Alfa Romeo. As the Glowstick has gotten himself past Johnny Damon, as he is also going to have DRS, and Johnny Damon is kind of being left out to pasture a wee bit with King C-Dot right behind him, but he is able to play a little bit of defense as he's trying to harvest as much battery as he could, as he was very under attack. He's going to be under attack again, as King C-Dot is going to have... His gas boy is also now retired from the session. He did pull into the pits, so we're not going to have any issues there. But we do have King C-Dot going to be able to get his way past the Johnny Damon on a little bit fresher hards. Alright, much fresher hards. As now he's going to be looking to try and catch and pass Glowstick here, as he is going to have his DRS open as he makes his way through. We'll take a look to the inside. Unfortunately, not quite enough space. As we unfortunately have lost now 4 drivers on the day. As he has got his front wing firmly inside that Haas's gearbox as they make their way through there, and it looks like we have a little bit of an incident with an Alpha Tauri. Looks like that is a Wolfsburg tuner, as I think he's lost his front wing, or at least a good chunk of it, as he is now back underway. As we do see Glowstick having a bit of a brawl. Oh, no, Glowstick coming into the pits, that's why. As he's going to get himself onto a new set of medium tires, allowing a few people to swing on through. You can see the Johnny Damon now a good second back, so we've kind of started to split up a little bit. As Cam Tizzle is now 12 seconds back. I don't know what Jinx gave that Mercedes in terms of fuel, but he's looking out here looking very, very Max Verstappen-like. As it has just been utter domination. He is nowhere close, as Racer X also coming into the pits. He is going to throw on a fresh new mediums and get his race back underway, as we do have about 13 laps to go. Yes, 14 laps to go. Jinx is having such an easy time. He is currently talking to us in chat at the same time as driving very much ahead of everybody. We could almost have an interview with Jax here. Or Jinx. Jax. Why am I calling him Jax? Jinx. As he is very much ahead. Just kind of doing his own thing. Keeping it clean. Keeping himself out of trouble. But King C-Dot has started to close the gap to Cam Tizzle there. Obviously, those newer hard tires are giving him a little bit of an advantage, as he is going to be able to really start to push. He does have DRS. He's going to try and take a look to the inside. Decides against it, pushes back inside, or to the outside, makes the corner. Decides to fight, more than likely, right after turn 10 here. And to answer your question there, Jinx, I'm doing well. How are you doing up there? Looks like you're having a grand old time. As we make our way into turn 10 right away. Before this straightaway, and obviously King C-Dot going to have himself some DRS, but it looks like Cam Tizzle throwing as much battery as he can. Definitely trying to battery dump just a little bit, get himself to stay ahead. As he is able to hold on to that. Hayden Rogers, ooh, wrong direction. Hayden Rogers really trying to put the pressure onto Electric Blade here. As Jinx is just chilling as he is at about 16-second lead here. And King C-Dot, he is going to really have it with the DRS open. Is he going to make it? He is going to try to push, and he does get ahead before turn 1. He does bump back out, get himself around the corner, as he's going to be able to hold it for now, but we'll see. Cam Tizzle is going to have DRS coming right away here as they make their way towards turn 4. He is able to hold on to it for now. As Hayden Rogers now really uptight and close with Electric Blade as he's trying to make a move, hoping to get ahead of him. As he has had a very up and down race. Trying to push his way through. He had that bad start, unfortunately getting turned on turn 1 of lap 1. Starting the entire kind of cavalcade down as things just did not go his way to start. But he is going to be right up on this Alpha Towery of Electric Blade as he is going to have DRS as he makes his way down this straight. He's going to try and use as much of that slipstream as he can. He's going to try and make the move. He decides against it, just gets really nice and close. More than likely going to hold off until they get out of turn 15 there to throw it on. As we can see, Cam Tizzle still trying to chase down now King C-Dot as they make their way into the final two corners here. So it does look like, I believe that is, no, he's just really trying to break that slipstream. Cam Tizzle not really able to do much there. But we do see Electric Blade now very under pressure as Hayden Rogers moves to the inside. He is going to get past, almost cuts off his nose there, but does get ahead very much before turn 1. And it looks like the Michael Decent also having gotten ahead, but he does get a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So that'll be the second one with that, as Beamer Blunt still does have his 5-second time penalty as well. Electric Blade now has been passed by Hayden Rogers, so he's going to try and put as much pressure onto Hayden as he can. To make the way out of turn 8. He's now about 0.4 of a second back, so he is going to be really trying to push here. Let's hop on board, see what... Looks like he's going to be using a little bit of his battery there, trying to push as best he can. Get nice and close, get a good exit out of turn 14 and 15. Really put it down, hope the DRS, and he is going to really try to make a move here, as it looks like he is going to be able to pass Hayden Rogers there. Do have Cam Tizzle trying as well. He's going to have to try and do it on this second set of DRS spacing. That's a little question. Little weavy, but As Beamer Blunt has gone into the pits, I'm assuming he is going to take his penalty there. He's going to get a new front wing as well. With Hayden Rogers really trying to put more pressure himself back on Electric Blade, as these two look like they're going to play kind of past the hot potato when it comes to this 4th position. He is pushing here as Hayden is trying to get ahead of him. But get nice and close. So it looks like we have an incident in... Is that Slayer Eyes? Yeah, Slayer Eyes. Unfortunately having a little bit of an incident. Looks like he tagged a little bit of the inside corner as he is going to come into the pit lane himself. With 8 laps to go, but Slayer Eyes does get himself a 5-second time penalty heading into the pit lane. Not what you want to see. Forever44, how are your tires, Jinx? Well, oh, it looks like Slayerized has also retired now. But Jinx, we're looking on, he's on 12-lap-old hards. So, but he's only got an 18-second lead so far. I mean, he could be doing better, could be doing more too. As he is very, very clearly way out in front, having himself a good old time as he makes his way through at turn 8 before heading into 9 and 10 there. Oh, it does seem like... Oh, Slayer Eyes has left, but Beamer Blunt on some softs now with about 9 laps to go. as he makes a dive up on his teammate on the inside of turn 14 and 15, gets ahead, says, I don't need your... And he gets the DRS just to add a little insult to injury. As these two teammates are going to be fighting it out, but I believe his teammate has been bumped as his internet crashed and is fighting for in the AI end of things. As we have Jinx just holding conversations in chat, well, very much. As we can see, King C-Dot and Cam Tizzle both kind of dueling it out. We have an incident in Sector 2, as it looks like Michael Decent having himself a little bit of a time trying to get through turn 8. It looks like he did lose a little bit of his front bumper as he's going to drop down in position. And yeah, there it is, front wing, front panel, whatever you want to call that. I guess your little end plate has been knocked off, as he is going to more than likely head on into the pits there himself. It looks like Hayden Rogers is getting very ready. He does have the DRS open, but he decides to kind of lay back just a little bit as he doesn't want to get overtaken right away. Kind of utilize it. Jinx has fastest lap? Yes. Jinx does have fastest lap. Yeah, I believe it's a 1:31 if I remember correctly. To answer your question, Forever 44. He has fastest lap, fastest race, fastest kind of everything here. So far, he's having himself a little bit of a day, as Hayden unfortunately has a very odd exit there and ends up dropping out of DRS range, but he does still have DRS, so he's able to kind of battle his way back. Cam Tizzle unfortunately has also dropped out of DRS range, so that's good for King C-Dot, as he's going to have a little bit of space, although it will depend on how close he is coming to this detection zone. He reels it in, and it looks like he is just going to get himself back up into that DRS detection area. Jinx, you want me to pit for softs? It's when this is very Austria, Max Verstappen right here, just deciding, hey, you know what? Let's throw some softs on. You've got about a 21-second lead here, so coming out, you might be in a little bit of traffic there, Jinx. Not sure. As we can see, Cam Tizzle about half a second back. Hayden Rogers about 0.3 of a second back, as these two are full pushing. As Hayden very close as they make their way out of turn 8, heading into turn 9 and 10 before he's going to get himself a little bit of DRS. Let's see if he tries to make a move coming out of here. Unfortunately, he gets a little bit of a not so good exit and is not quite as close as he would want to be. But it looks like he is going to try and make a move on the front straight, although it looks like Electric Blade using a little bit of that battery, just trying to get himself a little breathing room coming out of the final two turns, final two corners. Jinx says, I will do it lap 27. As Michael Decent gets himself a 3-second time penalty. These two are having their little duel for P4 with Cam Tizzle. Colin, I could have gotten points. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think you're going to actually probably finish around P11 right now. So, a little rough for you. Cam Tizzle Still trying to put a little pressure on King C-Dot. Oh no, and that is going to cause an issue as he's going to get a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And King C-Dot's going to be able to kind of relax just a little bit as he's going to pull very away and open up a nice gap that'll have Cam Tizzle unable to utilize his DRS there from the rest of the race. But it looks like Racer X trying to make a move here on Ray Ray. Someone crash. As he does cut up on the inside, he has gotten himself ahead as they make their way into the kind of S's section here before heading down to turn 8. It looks like he is going to have himself that position of P9. As Jinx still talking in chat. Goodness gracious, man. You are way too comfortable and way too fast with that 23-second lead. There's a good chance he's going to be able to hop on to a new set of softs, or a set of softs, as he's going to want to go for the fastest lap. I'm pretty sure he already has it, but you know, hey, you do you. As he is now coming up on a Red Bull, I believe. Yeah, that is Colin's Red Bull getting lapped as of currently. And we're going to stick with this one for a little bit, as it looks like Hayden is now, once again, up close. Apparently we lost some sound. Not sure why. Or what caused my sound to go away? What happened? Where's my sound? As we are sort of trying to figure out why that just cut out on me. Not really sure. Okay. Sound just kicked out, and yeah, that's not ideal. Rather unfortunate. Well, as we are slowly making our way, we can see Hayden trying to push here. Not sure why the game sound just kicked out in the middle of the race here, but this is what the first race of the year is for, right? Well, we'll stick with Hayden as he is trying to make a move here, and hopefully the sound is able to come back. Not really quite sure what happened. Jinx calling that he's going to pit this lap. He's got a 26-second lead. As we quickly hop on over with him, as it looks like he is almost through. I'm trying to figure out why we suddenly have no sound, because that makes no bloody sense. Sorry here, let me just try and figure that out. No, shouldn't have any problems there. We had audio for a second. Not sure what's going on again. Oh. There we go. We got sound back. All right. As Jinx is and then it just cuts out. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with the audio there, but we can see Jinx coming in. He is going to be throwing on a new set of softs, or a set of softs. Let's see, how old are they? Oh, they are 0 lap old. All right, I have no idea what's going on here, but we do have Jinx coming out. He does have a lot of fresh air right in front of him, as he is trying to make his way right through. And hoping to get himself right back up onto that fastest lap here. As he has now been pushing, so he's got it on his final lap here, as it looks like he is going to very clearly, with still 11 seconds gap here, as he tries to push. He does get a purple sector 1, as he rips on through, trying to get himself a purple sector 2. As he makes his way through. Yeah, I have just no audio on this at all anymore, and I don't know what's going on. As he makes his way through turn 10. Heading down to turn 11, see if he is able to get himself that next little bit. As we do have a few drivers all nice and close. Electric Blade with Johnny Damon and Glow Stick all right within each other. As, the Johnny Damon gets himself a 3-second time penalty, having to avoid Electric Blade, who had gone around coming out of turn 10. As he comes through the final turn here, we do have Jinx making his way towards the finish line as the checkered flag waves, and he is going to get himself a 1:39.62 for the fastest lap. That was a fantastic flying lap there, as we now have King C-Dot on his way through, as he will come in P2. Cam Tizzle on his way through P3. We'll see what that penalty ends up doing to him. I don't think too much. Oh no, it does end up knocking him down 1 position, and Hayden is going to get that P3 before we have the last couple coming through. But we do have Beamer Blunt in at P8. Then we'll have Racer X and Ray Ray as of right now. Racer X trying to make a move, trying to catch up to Beamer Blunt, see if he can try and reel him in. As unfortunately, I think he is almost out of battery here, as he is trying to push, trying to get himself back up there. As that will be the end of it, as there it is. GRL, or Racer X just coming in P9. Ray Ray is down to himself to get himself into P10 for the final points position. Jinx lost force feedback and sound midway through the lap. Well, I lost sound too, so I'm not really sure what the heck happened. Hopefully it's not just me, and I'm okay if it's a few other people who also lost sound, because I don't know what just went on. And driver of the day going to the Michael Decent. Once again, congratulations to Jinx on a very, very dominant opening round of this wonderful, wonderful first round of the Dragon Racing League. We'll have to see what ends up happening, as it looks like Cam Tizzle is saying he might lose his, 3-second time penalty. It looks like we had a little bit of an issue. All right, but we will run through it very quickly for you. So, Jinx in P1, King C-Dot P2, Hayden Rogers in P3, Cam Tizzle P4, Glowstick in P5, Electric Blade P6, the Johnny Damon in P7, Beamer Blunt 8, Racer X 9, Ray Ray in 10, Michael Decent in 11, Colin in 12, Wolfsburg Tuner in 13, Slayerized in 14, Gasboy in 15, Cynical in 16, Strotzy 17th, Osmanian Devil in 18th. And that is the way this race is going to finish her up. It looks like, ooh, Jinx, I'm only a reserve driver, by the way. Oh my goodness. Cam Tizzle saying, I'm just happy that my 3-second penalty should go away. Good job, C-Dot. Yeah, I spun into a corner and got that 3-second. Lost a lot of time because of that. I remember seeing that as you came whipping through, you kind of drifted through. I think that was turn 10. I did notice that. All right, well, with that, let's take a quick gander, as we will hop on over to our Discord, see who's in our waiting room. I don't think anyone's there yet. I'm not sure if... Actually, we probably didn't talk about that yet today, but that was our very first race flying around. Oh, we do have Hayden Rogers has hopped in, so we will pull him into the booth right quick here. All right, let's quickly pull Hayden in here. I want to make sure that's all going to actually work for us today, because everything else is taking its sweet, sweet time. All right, Hayden, can you hear me? Oh, Hayden is still in the waiting room. What is going on? Oh, no, he's gone. No? Okay, Hayden is gone. All right, well, never mind then, I guess. Unfortunate. Well, we are going to, it looks like, wrap it up right. Oh, and King C-Dot's in here. Perfect. We'll talk to King C-Dot, because I'm not really sure where Hayden went on me as I pulled him in. So... Congrats, King C-Dot, how's it going for you?
Oh man, it's going good. What a race, you know. It's kind of chaotic. Good quali, P2, you know, and then I don't know what happened to turn 1, but I got sent all the way back to 16th. So I don't know how many overtakes I had, but you know, I wish it could have been a little bit easier, but it was tough today, man.
Yeah, turn 1 looked very interesting, as I'm sure when we have Hayden in here, he'll have a couple of comments about turn 1, because it seemed like it kind of started right behind him, took him, but hey, you managed to sort of battle your way back, get up into the front, and you and Cam Tizzle kind of had a nice little duel going on right up ahead of you. How did you feel driving on that with the new handling and the new game and everything?
Oh man, it's a whole new car. It's I don't know. I think they did a really good job of making it like more of a sim game than an arcade game, and it's allowed like me and other drivers to like kind of peel off assists and just get faster and better, you know. So no, I love it. It's great. Yeah, it's a great way to start the season. I'm looking forward to next week.
For sure. I mean, yeah, it looked like you had yourself a great one, and obviously you can't complain when you start your season off with a P2 before moving on forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Car was a rocket ship, and I just put in a couple days practicing. So I worked on that setup, tweaked a few things up into quali, but Yeah, man, the car just felt so comfortable. I just felt like I could do whatever I wanted with it. I had a couple passes on the outside. So yeah, no, it just seemed like grip was everywhere.
For sure. And I mean, thankfully, it sounds like Jinx is a part-time or a reserve driver, so hopefully you won't have to worry about him
Yeah,
every day because he's bloody quick.
right. Yeah, man, props to him. I think he was up by like 28, 30 seconds before he decided to pit and beat his own fastest lap time or whatever. But yeah, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about him in the points. And on that note, like I'll be going into the first week first in points. So like it's gonna be tough. It's a long season, but that's it's a great way to start.
Yeah, might not win them all, but it's always nice to win the first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, congratulations once again on that P2. Was there anyone you wanted to give a shout out for before I let you go?
Just the league, it's a lot of fun racing with these guys, and I think we got a couple things to clean. We're all competitive guys, but shout out to everyone in the league for making it happen, and yeah, dude, just good luck, everybody.
Appreciate you, Cliff.
Sounds good, buddy. Have yourself a good rest of your night, and yeah, once again, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, and Hayden is already in here as well. So Hayden, rough start to that first lap there. Just an unfortunate freak accident, or do you know kind of what happened, or was it just kind of things happen sort of idea?
To be honest with you, I had no clue what happened. I felt my rear get tapped, and I went round, and I just couldn't get. Like I was trying to get out of it, but because all the cars kept coming round, it kept hitting me and keeping me sideways. I got wing damage, and you know the rest.
Yeah, I don't want to interject, but yeah, Hayden, I was just worried about you on my outside, and I guess the Ferrari came torpedoing in, and then I got sandwiched.
Yeah, I
so
don't know who it was that tapped
yeah,
me.
I guess it was. Yeah, I think it was a Ferrari, but
I
yeah, I
felt like I left enough
apologize.
room on the inside. No,
Yeah, I just hung out and let everyone pass. So yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, it was frustrating turn one. I'm not gonna lie. I got a bit agitated in my stream.
I can understand it. I mean, hey, you managed to battle your way back into P3, P4. I guess we'll figure out after all the penalties and everything are kind of decided there. But for now, P3, and you can't really hate that too much. So it was a nice battle back to at least get on the podium.
Yeah, obviously I had to pit again for new wing. I got turned again. I can't remember who it was by. Oh no, I got brake checked by a McLaren, I believe, after the safety car restart, the first one. But it wasn't a brake check, but it moved under braking, so I will be reporting that. I just felt like my race was ruined, and that other safety car came out. I had a bit of hope. And just because I was on the hards, I knew I could go till the end. And just, I was sitting behind Electric Blade. We kept changing positions. I thought, you know what, sit behind him, keep my battery charging, keep just sitting behind him till the last lap. I know when I overtake, you won't be able to overtake me back, because we just kept switching places on that main straight. And so I just realised, right, overtake him and then push on the last lap.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that you almost seemed like you were kind of hanging back, and you use it to just get real close, and then you were like, I'm just gonna wait at this one out. And so I figured, yeah, it seemed like you were gonna kind of wait till the end and then make a move near the end when prevent them from really having a shot. So I mean, hey, you had a fantastic drive in the end, but obviously took a lot of effort to get there.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy race, that's for sure. Not like Jinx's, I've heard.
He was, I'm not going to say he was chatting with me in the stream.
I had the stream open. I heard all of it. He's chatting in the chat 30 seconds ahead. Yeah. He needs to be putting a realistic Williams or something.
He's gonna have, I was gonna say, he's gonna have to either he'll have to use one of the preset loadouts or setups. He's not allowed his own anymore.
Or be on full wets throughout the entire race. That'll do.
Him and Andy, it'll be interesting. We'll watch how those two do together.
Well, Andy's not racing this season, man. He's only
yeah, now. I saw he's just a reserve, so that'll be interesting. But anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go there?
A little big shout out to my teammate Jack. You know, he did good for his first race in the league. Glow sticks. He didn't think he was even going to get top 10, and you know, he got P5. So good points for Haas, really. I think that puts us top, if I'm not mistaken.
Around there, yeah. I think that's going to be the only way Haas sees the top of Constructors Championship. So, but yeah, no, congratulations once again. Obviously a hard race for you, but way to battle your way back.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for commentating it, bro.
No worries. Hopefully I can get the sound fixed up. I don't know what happened there. Sound just straight cut in the last 2 laps.
GG's head and
There's
GG's.
the Scottish pleb.
Hello.
So Jinx, I guess an easy race for you. Felt like it was just just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, smooth sailing. Honestly, nothing to say really. You know what I mean? Nothing happened.
Yeah, you kind of kept out of trouble. I'm sure it was a little bit of a bummer. You had such a big lead to start before that first safety car came out and kind of closed everything back up. But I mean, it didn't cause you too much stress as you opened up a 28-second lead again.
Nah, safety cars are always shit, right? But the only thing that really bummed me out is that you missed my 5 overtakes in 2 corners. So that's the only thing.
Well, okay. Well, next time I'll make sure to watch. Just for your overtakes. The 2 of them you'll have all race.
Yeah, but all I need to do is thank absolutely no one. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Well,
thank you for letting you race in the league. Rude.
That's a battle I'm not getting in the middle of. So, based on that, I'm gonna let everybody go. I hope everybody has yourselves a great night. And we will be back at it again next week in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, have a good night. Sexy.
Night, you fucking Scottish pleb.
All right, I'll let you guys go. You can argue it out in Discord.
Alright, peace out, squad, guys. Thanks for
See you
listening, man.
guys later.
Appreciate
All right, well, that is going to wrap it up for the Dragon Racing League here in round 1. Gotta love the accent. Yeah, that's a very, very Scottish accent. But we are going to head out. We are going to be back next week, same time, not in the same place because we will be in Saudi Arabia, but we'll hopefully have a fantastic race set up for you. Hopefully have a few more things kind of set so they're working properly as well. But we'll be back. We'll be having fun, and we will hopefully catch you